Hello, everybody, and this is my first vlog for the month of August. It's Wednesday, and it's the 4th of August, 2021. Now, the Anglo-Saxons used to call August World Montheth. That's how I think it's pronounced, or it might be Woad Moneth, depending on what part of the country you're from. Which basically meant the month of weeds, or Weeds Month, and nobody really knows why, other than probably at this time of the year, weeds are rife. Now, the Romans called this month Sextilla, which I can only say matron, but actually it just meant the 6th month, which had 30 days. And then came along the first Roman emperor, Augustus, and he felt he should have a month named after him. So he changed Sextilla to August. And because Julius Caesar had July named after him and had 31 days, he felt he should have 31 days too. And so he, what's the word? He snatched, I suppose. He took one day from February, and so that August has 31 days. I don't know, some people. Anyway, I've got quite a few questions today, and so I'll start straight away. Ursula Jennings from Ross on Wye. Okay. Hello, Ursula. I enjoy athletics and swimming, and I'm disappointed at the coverage of the Olympics in Tokyo by the BBC. Do you feel, or do you believe, the BBC has let us down again? Well, first of all, Ursula, I hope that this isn't yet another opportunity to bash the BBC. What I can tell you is that the powers that be with the Olympics Association decided that they would give the full rights to a channel called Discovery, and Discovery then portion out to other broadcasters stating what they can and cannot broadcast. And with the BBC, basically, they're getting what Discovery is allowing them to have. Now, I have to add to this as well, is that Tokyo is 8 hours ahead of us. So most of us in the UK are asleep. So we wouldn't be watching the live coverage anyway. But the BBC are providing live coverage, and in my opinion, they are providing very good highlight shows as well. I think it's all to do with the timings more than anything, and also the fact that the BBC have no real control of what they can offer us. But what I can say is that the reason the license went to Discovery is because the Olympic committees felt that Discovery was a platform that could offer more coverage to younger viewers, and that's what they want to attract, is younger viewers. So, having checked your profile, Ursula, I find you're 24 years old. So if there's any issue you've got with the coverage, I can only say, look at yourself and your peers. It's because of you that Discovery has got control of the licenses and what other broadcasters can deliver. But I think that's all I need to say on that, other than I think the BBC are doing as best they can, and I think it's very good, and I'm very much looking forward to the Paralympics, which will be coming soon. Dun, dun, dun. Right, the next question. Trevor Caps from New South Wales in Australia. Do you think... Sorry, no. Who do you think will replace Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor? Now, I'm going to say something now that might offend one or two of you, so if you are easily offended, please turn away. As a real, true fan of Doctor Who, I don't really want to know who the next Doctor is until the regeneration. There we go. Statement say. I must admit, Joe Martin did a very good job. I think, what was it? Fugitive of the Jadoon, a Jodie Whittaker story, and Joe Martin appeared as an incarnation of the Doctor. I think that she was excellent, and it'd be very interesting to see how that would pan out. And I think it would be a very idea to have another very strong woman in the role. Okay, next. That's from Australia. Now we've got a question from New York in the United States. Sarah Chambers. I've been an actor for about 5 years and really enjoying myself, though there have been times when a member of the cast has upset everyone. Have you had the same experience and how have you coped with it? Well, actually, funny enough, I mentioned this topic in Oh, I do apologise. Let Zygons Be Zygons, which will be published by Fantastic Books Publishing very soon. Yes, it is a trait that happens that sometimes other actors can get either upset or deliberately try to um, destabilize some of the cast members. I'm afraid that's it. It's something that's not taught at drama college or university, and you just have to learn a way of dealing with it. I recall I was in a play in Hampstead in North London many years ago, and the main lead had some scenes with other actors where he was quite physical, and in one scene he actually slaps another character. Now, as you know, Sarah, there are ways of dealing with these sorts of situations where nobody gets hurt at all. But in this occasion, our gentleman lead got carried away, and he made physical contact to such an extent that one of the actors actually lost a tooth, which of course is totally unacceptable. And I felt I should have a word, so I did mention it, and all I got back from his was, "Leave me alone, my character must be allowed to breathe." Well, I understand that totally, but your character can breathe, but not at the suffocation of others. The lead then went to the producers and complained that in a scene in the last act, which was very dramatic, I must admit, and was well received, I got to deliver some barbs to him, and he reported that he felt I was delivering to him personally and not to his character. So the producers decided to have a word with me. I, of course, took umbrage. I just said I'm just playing a part, and there was the most bizarre comment was, "Well, could you try and not be so convincing?" Fancy telling an actor not to act. I say it's just not to perform or deliver. I don't know. It's beyond any sense, really. But then let's go pantomime for those outside these shores. Pantomime is a Christmas show that happens every year, and most of the stories are based around a fairy tale and Cinderella. And I really enjoy playing Ugly Sister in Cinderella, and I've had the great pleasure working with two very fine sisters. One, Dudley Rogers, who taught me so much about energy and timing, and then there's the wonderful Reese Ryan, BCA, who has so much experience and is so outrageous that he can deal with any situation that happens on the stage. Right. Having said that, there was a year in Manchester when I was with Reese, and we had a problem with our Cinderella. To cut a long story short, it was the first time I was doing any form of performance on my mobility scooter on stage, and Reese was very good. He was very professional, and he was not thrown by me having to use my scooter, and in fact he encouraged us to do more and more rehearsal to work on the timings and the blocking of routines. Excellent, good fun. And of course, as you all know, Ugly Sisters don't like Cinderella, and I personally always like to have the scene where the Cinderella's invitation to the ball, the invitation is torn up and thrown away. I always feel that should be done absolutely straight, and when done properly, it really is very effective. And both, I have to say, both Dudley and Reese were up for that. That was very good. Now, because of my scooter, and when it came to blocking things, it was more difficult for me to actually get physically to Cinderella. So I left all the finger poking and jabbing and getting in your face, I left that to Reese, and I just carried on using verbal barbs. But it got reported back to the producers by Cinderella that she felt we were both unprofessional, and that she felt that my verbal taunts were headed towards her on a personal note, and she objected to it. She also spread a rumour that I didn't really need to be on a scooter and that I was faking it. So it became quite clear that she was the company snitch. And to any future company snitches, just let it be known it doesn't work. So these things happen, and Reese did object, and he just sort of mentioned to Cinderella that both he and me had done pantos. Both of us had done over 20 pantos at the time. And when he asked her how many pantos she had done, the response was, "This is my first one." I think nothing else needs to be said. Another game that some actors play is they try and throw you. You deliver a line, and they might come back with the phrase, well, is that all you're going to give me? Or is that all you've got? Well, my response to that is, I'm sorry, but it's all I can afford. And generally speaking, it throws them and they don't try it again. So, Sarah, sorry you've had some of these sort of traumas to deal with, but it is part of life in Lovelyland, and to be honest, it's part of life, whatever industry, and there are those who will just try and make life difficult. Well, before I say any more, I shall say au revoir. Have a wonderful whatever you're doing, and look forward to chatting again towards the end of the month. Until then, goodbye.